100.4 Hughes of Fame taking you to the top exactly 22 minutes past the hour of 6. This is the very last hour of the Hughes Debenda. Usually I'll be having kigezi the analysts, so that they can bring you the issues into details. Firstly, allow me welcome Monk Promotions. Many thanks for joining us on the Hughes Debenda once again, Monk Promotions.
Yo, of course, each and everyone that has been on the show. Baddest Monk Promotions,
of course,
presenting everywhere I go,
of course.
Nkayero ya Nkayero, kara ya M10. Shami chigambe.
Of course,
of course. Ndana abatahamu aba of course urora kimanya Hughes Debenda by the abantu bajyo ko barabarukize Christmas classifiers mwa mutazikorera mu Hughes Debenda tiziragire makuru
just
aho kukolera uburango bwa Christmas abantu bakakanya bakijura ni hano
so back preparing awards no obinire buhabuzici
ubuhabuzi bwabo
in as far as the programs and whatever babaje kwa doing programs
bampishirire nyongo mugezi mbaha magezi.
Well, that is Monk Promotions, the way Takumara Kugamba. Also on this side is MC Shami, is usually here during the day. Many thanks, gentlemen, for joining us today.
Hey, so it's good being here. National importance.
Matters of national importance.
Hey.
You were talking about Weasel earlier on. I normally listen in. You're talking about Weasel. It reminded me of a story about a friend of mine. Now, that friend of mine had another friend who was married to a friend. This man used to get drunk a lot. Every time he drives home, he sleeps in a driveway. So what they did one day, they carried him dead drunk to the mortuary. So they put him in the freezer. The next morning he woke up
with the dead bodies
again. I never touched that bottle.
By the way, that guy Akasha.
That was your friend.
Akasha. Because friend of my friend.
Because I've heard also about that story. A friend was telling me. So
by the initially,
it's the same person.
No, probably it's the same person because it's a small world. But if you watch a lot of those documentaries and live shows, it was a lady. Yeah, the lady was talking about it. So the friend who told me about it, the husband is the husband to that woman. So when I listened to you talk about Weasel,
by the way, it was the friends who took the guy to the mortuary.
Weasel, by the way, let me tell you, to you people,
Weasel doesn't have money to live Mbale,
bro. So Weasel nati ya chali Mbale kubanga kamilioni naganga bakamusiga atine na motoka kabara mahende cheta inoko arayivuga atine no gwiga na gwena. So hati ya baramubasa Weasel bamusindikira ka transport
Nendo za Weasel asoka umure avene mu camera if it is like that. Surely, because now that shows all the time for Weasel and radio was wasted. Truthfully, that's
but
what I get.
No, he was paid. There is rumor that he was paid, but when he was paid, he kept the money too.
This also goes to our friends. Abakumanya kwenywe samaka chupa kamwe ukatandika gamba then mukasheshe Austin, I'm sorry yo bombo clat. You cannot use your nonsense and then you use it to come and hurt my feelings.
But you guys keep saying they never know what they are talking about. They never know what they're doing. Me, actually, I somehow like 90% I don't believe.
Yeah.
These people who drink are doing things they do not know. I have a belief that they know, only that they've gotten the confidence to actually put it out there.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah, so there's no way you're going to tell me. You cannot even convince me because I mean,
by the way, for me,
we've gotten drunk before.
Me when you,
I usually know what I'm doing.
When you abuse me when you're drunk, I be very sure that you meant it. There is no coming back and saying I'm sorry. It was because
and then
alcohol was on my
like
head.
You know nothing.
No,
like
if you abuse me
right.
drunk, I cannot forgive you.
Well, you guys, Monka, what you Monka?
I don't know what I said. I don't know. Yesterday, then after she's giving us a whole headline of the story. But I'll slap someone.
Well,
Sorry, the people who want to jazz a lot in the bar, you slapping us, you greet you know you're my brother. Manyoba Goanje. No.
For next time when you're sober.
When you're talking to someone, always when you spit a lot, be at a distance. Another thing, one of the things that brings us to the bar, we are trying to relieve ourselves from that stress. You don't need to come back and be Austin, you see? By the way, there is another warning I want to send out. These people who are like, yeah, you saw me, but stop being like my father in the bar. Was somewhere else.
By the way, me, I had a scenario. I was in a bar. Guy yaje you boy nturaga ndakureba ekica man abango waenda kunkisinga nyiye yo mutwe ntayo akenyuma nabwo gumaho muri mero nza kugenda tino bakuye cyoranywa ayanga kushashura nje nankurura guys kare bumwe muramura tuma muri bacha.
That's a whole topic for us.
I think we need to get to what brought us yesterday. Shami, as we are not here, we're talking about the role of awards and the improvement of the industry of Uganda, and to be particular in Kigezi. Have they really created some impact or no? And yeah, today we are going to be giving you an insight about the Grammys, but that is shortly after this breather. You say kisses on my lips. I was supposed to be an artist. When you check my voices here and there, I would make a good artist, and a lot of artists in Kigezi.
Ninga karaka kawe ninga ka John Baraka
Kanawe. There's a way Tasha, when you sing, there's a way you sound like Gloria Buji. Very talented.
Arakwitira.
Say it on the microphone.
Why is she whispering?
Anywhere close to that. What is the song?
Atemi to bigenda waliko. Well, that is
that when you are praying.
Well, that is where you are from Radio and Wiz featuring the Brew 3. Shami, what was this year? What was this year where you was released?
That song, I can't tell, but I remember I was in high school.
High school?
Yeah.
Shami tori kubiha. Emyaka ya Tasha rero ko ari mu high school.
No, our names became household names just but we are not.
So muri ba celebrity singer amazina gayi. Aza Austin kakura na arakeshonga ko keshonga.
Those are the things we are talking about now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to with the real thing. Yesterday, Shami, we were talking about awards. Is it yesterday about one?
Yeah.
In your view, have you seen the real impacts of these awards, most especially like here in Kigezi?
Have I?
Have you seen the impact of these awards?
No.
In the improvement?
No. It's a waste.
Why? They organized poorly.
I've personally been contacted by a so-called award group. We are going to give you an award, but you're going to push like this and this.
Shit.
You know, all that. No. I don't. That's not how it should be. So in Kigezi, we have not had authentic award ceremonies or companies that are coming up with such to genuinely awards. It's based on my friend who has Samukamane, who has posted for us, who has given us mentions in what. Actually, I've turned down like 3 times, like 3 consecutive years. Don't put me in those. Don't put me.
So
don't put me because you will not come to me and show me, and you're telling me you're giving me an award of most inspirational. You see, there are categories I don't fall in.
How many people have you inspired?
Because me myself, I feel like it's not yet there.
Yeah.
So I was actually advising most of them, if you could put me in radio program categories, you know. But now you can't come to Shami and take Life Achievement Award.
What have you achieved in life?
Well, away from that, I just wanted to pick your mind about that. But it is no longer rumor. Eddie Kenzo was nominated for the second time in the. This very edition is going to be the 68th Grammy edition. He was nominated together with people like Ayara Star, there is Tyra, there is Burna Boy, there is also Davido. Yeah. He was nominated with the Jam, hope and love. When you check echashongero cha Tyra ichiba nominating
wale ba views or one
ichiba nominating when you check it has 614 million views. David Church in 212 million views. Echa Burna Boy has 78 million views. Whereas Ayora Star that is 60 million views. And our own Ed Kenzo
82 point something
82.1 emitwaro munana na nenkumi ibiri.
So why is he there? It is a roast already.
Now to speak about that, the Grammys that is they are awarded by a group called the is it the Recording
Academy?
Recording Academy. Yeah, thank you so much. Now their criteria of considering your song just for nomination or consideration is way different from what you think, because we are used to this jibba jabba kind of award ceremonies. If you read through their website and you see the criteria they follow, first of all, that song doesn't belong to Kenzo. That song, the other guy is a producer, Martin Meheran. He's a producer, and he does not sing. You get? He comes out with different beats, instruments, and all that.
And he brings people to jump on.
The reason he was considered is one, he's in the academy as a stakeholder. So Kenzo akakola ejo korabo kwenda alinking nabo mu Grammys.
I will go away from that. Even Marty B's wife is somewhere around the Grammys. The other one, they were nominated the last time. You get? Now, first of all, I want Ugandans to go away from this, or any other African that is thinking that way. Stop thinking lame that a song has to have millions of views, or maybe this artist or what and what. That is not the criteria the Grammys use.
No, they have.
It's way different. And also, that person being part of it, because the Grammys has a group that selects that, but they also have a board of trustees. And that person is not part of that. Yes.
Yeah.
And when you see the criteria of submission, that person, you can't say you have given money, or maybe you've bribed this group and now you got a board of trustees. It can't happen.
Quote me well.
Yeah.
I did not say he begged. I
say
he's connected there.
I'm speaking,
because I'm very sure. No,
I'm speaking from the angle of an African who thinks it happened that way.
No,
because me, I've talked to people who think, mchara wa Matubi ariku Grammys what, so automatically it doesn't happen that way. When you check around the Grammys, first of all, it's more of a humanitarian action thing they do. What is the impact of your music? You get? It's not about the song being a banger or what. The impact of your song.
It has created to the people.
Yes. Then also the instruments that.
No, from there, Shami.
Hold on.
You want to make me forget?
No, you get somewhere to write. When you sabotage someone
when
giving
you do
a point.
research, you don't need to write.
Yeah.
Things are off your fingertips.
Hold on. That's why I put you off. First finish your submission. You're going to have your own minutes. So now, write somewhere so that you don't forget.
So me, I largely think the consideration of the song didn't come because they are two big artists or what. No. The impact of what? The song. Away from the song. Because the song talks about love and, hope and all that. Away from that, the instruments there, that's not even Afrobeat, by the way. It's not even under Afrobeat. The instruments are way different from what we listen here. So I think most of the people gauge from what they have been listening from Eddie Kenzo and what they expected of maybe the song is big there or who, and some other considerations, like Monk said, maybe this person is part of the Grammys in some category. And maybe that's why it is being
Monk, give us a submission.
Microphone I have no submission.
Okay. That is it. There's been a rumor that probably Grammys is trying to downplay these very big guys. Take an example of Burna Boy, Eurostar, Davido. Like it also happened like back in the day when you check some of the stars that have actually never smelt about the Grammy. We have stars like Tupac. Even though he was nominated 6 times, he has never touched a Grammy. There was a time there's a guy called Maltilamo nominated as the best album. Ogogu bamu nominated, and people like Drake, Abamani and all of a sudden aka winning award. No one knew him. So they're saying these guys they're doing this thing because Afrobeats has taken all over.
The wave, yeah.
So they try, let's say they put you in a category, like you see, what have you zaba abantu bona okaleba prominence yabo na dominance yabo in the continent, in and outside. Then okaleba na kenzoba mtiremu. It's like they say, we've nominated you Shami together with like a name Sotanje Kwemsenga like last month ago. You get kwenda bakwereke echori kukora they're trying to sabotage like what you're doing, because when you check, Afrobeats has taken over. What do you think about that?
I don't think, because I've seen award ceremonies where someone is nominated and they're in the same list with big names that are universal, but someone wins and you have first to go and check who is this person. I've never listened to this song, so I don't think it is that are trying to put down the Afrobeats wave. Yes, because we have seen artists like Chris Brown, they have taken up that wave. We have seen some ladies, I think Money, have had Money Long on some song that is more of Afrobeats. Okay, most of them are on, but I don't think it is to downplay the Afrobeats. I don't really think it is that.
Most people think it is to downplay. These people have already, made a name, because when you check people like Rick Ross, whom we think this man has done everything in as far as hip hop is concerned, he has never touched a Grammy. Nicki Minaj has never touched a Grammy. Travis Scott, not forgetting Post Malone, who has been nominated 18 times. The other day, this guy came out, just Eminem, saying obuzibu bwaye tikugira ngutakwangura Grammy. Obuzibu Grammy is just awarding abantu batakumanya bakuruga. Like there's like last year 2023, there's a guy called Robert kahangura award ya Grammy together in same category with Chris Brown. And Chris Brown all of a sudden was asking, who is this, who is what? Don't we think there is something also Grammy binendisho agenda kituma bakuri chintu kunkeji?
No, I think now it goes back to us who consume whatever is done on that stage of the Grammys. We think it has to be entirely a known artist, probably, or with bangers. That takes us back to the consuming level of music. What do you listen to? You get? Because the artist you're thinking, Grammy, you get? Or maybe because of their impact of the songs and the albums they submitted in the time frame that is needed. Because when you read through, there's a time frame they need of an album, a track, and all that. So I think when it comes down to Africa, we are used to saying mazema, but it doesn't happen that way somewhere else. That's what I think. To me, as me, that's why you see artists. There's an artist they gave an award, actually, a Grammy. Jang, because of the same reasons. Jang, the Grammys, he never could have. It's if you go to Google, I think it's.
That's what I told you.
Synod. He's called He's called Synod Conrad, something like that. She said, "No, I'm not accepting it because of what you are trying to insert in our mindsets and our viewers."
Yeah, that's
and
what
our
I told you.
followers.
So
I'm not going to take your Grammy, though I want it, but keep with it.
You see, there's someone who also has
and an artist, by the way, a winner who actually refused. So I think that talk will also be there.
Yeah,
but to me, the consideration is not entirely about. Now, like Monk said, the Matt B talk, people didn't actually know Matt B.
Yeah.
Just because of a song, and the talk comes out, they're like, hey, this person, the wife is connected to the Grammy guys. Same way with this person who Monk said, yes, he's part of the team. But Grammys have a board of trustees who are, I think that's the last level.
And just like he said, this guy looks like he's part of the academy.
Yeah, he is.
So abantu ba academy nibo bakuvoting ashi what goes there. So I think also that narrative might be right.
So you kumanya Grammys or submitting an entry. Wamara submitting entry, it does not guarantee you being nominated kujangwa submitting nguba kunominating. No, waza kuvoting no kunominating. It is determined by a peer voting by the members of Grammy Academy.
Abari Academy.
So nsola lebera abantu binja bataramanyo. So wagira ngu mindset yaba Africa binje gwire, it is the mindset. Ngene shesha ngo chakinze chama nominating zora chimanya.
Yeah, me, I knew the song.
Me, I didn't
kandi
know.
abandi
Yeah,
abenyuma
yeah, so-
atoguye
I
ko atarashimanya
didn't
katakashiteraga
I didn't
so ati
know.
wewe buza bwenshi barashima abandi batarashimanya out there.
Maybe me, I do a lot of research about
No,
music. I
it is
don't-
not about to research.
but what I
warashugina ative yachira pulinga ninga already.
Hold on, I want to ask you
Now,
something.
when you say you see that's what I was
No,
talking about.
mindset ejo nenda nkuye mutaja ngo mindset y'abantu egwe it is good.
You know where I get
kubanga
that?
na awards za kabare nazo zirakunda umuntu wo kutemberaho hata uraja Grammy zo zirakora.
Do you know where Monk? I want you to get me very well. It's not my mindset. If it was my mindset, I would agree with what Austin asked. The reason why I said it's the mindset, first of all, there are things we don't take serious, you guys.
No.
You listen. When you post something, you get, or when now like the news broke out, like Dickens has been nominated. Everyone wanted to know which song is that. You get, but when you follow the comments, when you open up maybe Google and you're trying to search, and you see how people have reacted to that, it's negatively around comments like which song is that.
Now,
Hold on there.
It is simple.
Monka weza uli.
It is simple. Naze ha Google aronde criteria eyibara votinga muha Grammy no kubara no bokora.
I know that, trust me.
Then if you know it, tell it to the people because abantu bagira ngo abantu bamwe mu cyogo batigura cengaje ngo.
No, it's not that. I said the mind. You see, you can Monk. Having a mindset doesn't mean you're bad or you're bad in the community.
Not about that.
You might have a mindset about something, but when you listen to someone who is explaining it better or who knows it, like you can explain something and like, hey, kumbe ekintu nkabati monka yachoborwe twakora.
No, you can be can be in a company or HR wa company oyine criteria ezora recruitingira abantu. Tikugira ngo buri muntu criteria yora bamanya ngo usimanye am Austin the best ha microphone barareta kacero takakwata Grammy bamusitamize orebe criteria za company za
the criteria of
recruitment.
No,
and
the criteria of the Grammys has changed like thrice only. Because they keep evolving because of the sound and maybe the impact of whatever you're doing or your music to the rest of the world. So to clarify about the mindset, what I was trying to mean is we still have this mindset that is zeroed down on Uganda. You do know that there are people who say compared to the Palm Awards, these other awards that are here
now there are
people who say because they see what is happening in these trending award ceremonies.
Now kankubuze Austin iwena shami. Why do you think the best artist you have in Uganda was not nominated in Grammys? Kandi bere byosongo wrong praises bichibicha byosongo bitireka worldwide hati wakati songo ejo takawulira gaho tukachiplayinga gaho na TV tukaplayinga urajira what criteria
we are
following.
That's why I was going to ask you. I wanted first to know the real criteria because there is submission. You first submit.
Yeah, you submit.
After submitting, it goes under scrutiny for it to be nominated.
Yeah.
They submit a lot of jams.
Yeah.
Watching Bambara could be submitting under the Grammy example. There is that kind of a group that goes under scrutinizing these very jams.
Yeah.
Then Bambara could be taken because I remember I remember I saw an artist celebrating Akujira finally by submitted.
Do you know how huge that artist is?
Listen,
very huge.
Hold on, Chaba submitted. So Hatchamara was submitted because we are very sure there are many songs they have put there, including Naba Bastavi to East Africa, the past back. So okuheza chikaba nominated. That's why inda kujanda basa kuichizinga na Monk ogo mushije. The fact that she's on the academy
and where I wanted
it plays a big part, just like they
where
say
I
want to pause back to your question. Before I asked you this question, you were like it is about humanitarian stuff.
I didn't say it is only but the impact
now
humanitarian
nandenga neno tugambire ebyo songo egiba nominating byona ne chakenzo ungambire ekirereka about human rights all that uyirecho mbyaba bana boy arresta Davido owabihurira biri baso.
When you talk about being a humanitarian, it's not only about the rights.
No, that is what you
said. I said the impact of your music
to the
community. Yes. Now, in anenda kuichizingana niwe is this. In the Recording Academy, the Grammys basically, majorly, there is someone who is allowed to submit. Not everyone submits, by the way. You get
everyone submits.
So now that's where listen to me. Monk, when you shout and I shout, we can't listen to each other.
Go on.
Where I wanted to agree with you, me, I'm not arguing to win. At the end of the day, I want us to be at a common reasoning, but people understand out.
Yeah.
So where I wanted to agree with you that probably that person being part of the people who are allowed to submit could also have an impact on the song being there is people who are allowed to submit. There is a member of the Recording Academy is allowed.
Yeah.
Then also a designated person from a music label. Now let's say let's use like the Mavins from Nigeria. If the designated person is maybe Don Jazzy, then Don Jazzy will submit. You get, but not everyone gets to submit. That's where I would agree with you that would also mean a lot in the song being considered and passing through.
nomination.
Yeah, for nomination.
Yeah, it is very simple here.
But what I know, what else I wanted to conclude with here is, however much that person is allowed, let's say that Martin Marion guy is allowed to submit. Like I've said, there's either Recording Academy or record label representative. However much he's allowed to submit, it's not a must that your song will be considered.
Yeah, this is
Thank
what I
you
was
so
telling you before I finish. Submitting an entry does not guarantee a nomination. However, nominations are determined by peer voting from Recording Academy's members.
kuruno Monk yazenga akoze
No, just ndanda bumanyo buntu obwe.
naye wano wagizemu ko kati natenga bino bintu. We are trying to talk to the listeners.
Why you man kugamba it means one.
That means you've entered my space. That's why the producer of the show cuts you
kakanda
off.
kunyebwa.
Let me just conclude this. I didn't get time to speak.
Monk as the way Njeri support. Don't talk about Monk. He's already.
I'm not talking about Monk. You just needed to let people talk and then you talk.
No,
It was that simple.
We
You can always note down. Small.
No, it is not about noting down. Time kutwara you people.
Thank you. I think we need to
research that is off fingertips. You don't need to write all words, you know. So you were forgetting because you didn't.
I think I should not reserve this pan of Monk and Shami. There's a way it was hot.
Okay, Shami Shamaraya mbono ngo musera.
The thing is like this. The way you are talking, I don't know, but I don't like talking in a conclusive way. Of the reason why it was considered is because the man was part of. I'm trying to tell you that there are many representatives from record labels and even from the Recording Academy that have submitted and the entry is refused.
By the way, the inclination of Grammys is in framing.
Monk, you say your last one is
called keep it his FM Oris.
Kaso kengende ku Google inclination. But you guys, I have to remind you that akabonero nesha onda le dana aba something zibirabi namnana. We are out for the Dana Abasa concert. Alien Skin ni wakuremberire abeshongoza bari mu kafakti amana maniga the most wanted in Chiga. There's Nas Moses, there is Shinom Chiga and the Chakwera hitmaker G-Boy Ravens. Among us DJs and MCs tuendeleza kwa triyaho omuchebirabi namnana for the Dana Abasa concert.
All said, please. Akabonero sha. The place is stadium. Be there.
Tulebe mu misho.
Tulebe hari. Yeah.
Murareji.
Queen of the radio.